here flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wilson. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Run left, run left. 3 down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
Good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
12. 14. Let's go, 14.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to float this one deep. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. first down. Murray. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this. Have him back on their heels.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down, Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Carson.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Shut 50, shut 50. Sorry, move 15.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the tight end, Dixon, left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the first down.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Murray now. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch 8-9, watch 8. Zebra. 9, 380. That's not new.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
380.
Wilson will throw again. Buying time to his left. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Baldwin right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go play action with Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Green 80.
Right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
14.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Move 15.
On 2nd down, Wilson steps away to his left. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Wilson, that's complete right around the 8. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. From the gun on 3rd down. Murray, he'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
12 more yards there and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
On second down, Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Oh, a 360. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit! Detroit!
They pitch it out to Johnson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Murray. Left side here. Caught by Clay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray, flush to his right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Looking to throw. Murray, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Wilson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the gun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time and another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Escaping the pressure right. Fighting him off. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Come on, tempo.
On third down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Murray eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Corey Legion, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down. Murray. That's complete to Butler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll get it up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I
think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now Wilson on second down. Being chased out left. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here's Wilson to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Shedding the tackle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Murray forced out, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's their quarterback taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Murray now. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Dawson for the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these players are really for next week trying to get some momentum going.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Wilson to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. One last shot for Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cards, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.